Hello, just to let you know that next week I'm off to the great city of San Francisco for a conference, the TC Summit. As some of you know, I'm a top contributor on the YouTube help forums, and every 2 years Google flies us top contributors on an all-expenses paid trip to California, which is a real drag. This is where we meet up with TCs from all the different help forums for all the different Google products in many different languages, and there are hundreds of us now. It's also where we get a chance to explain to Google what they're doing wrong and how to fix it, and Google explains to us why what they're doing is unquestionably right. Joking aside though, we do get some useful work done. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to tell you very much about the work that we do get done, but I do know of at least 2 suggestions of mine that were actually implemented on YouTube. You're welcome. Anyway, I've been to San Francisco before. I have a particularly soft spot for that part of California. It's the only bit of America I've ever visited. Of course, the trip involves an 11-hour flight, which is a long time to be sitting on a plane watching movies. But at least this time it's a direct flight, not like the first time I went when I had 4 hours to kill at Detroit Metro Airport. Thanks, Google. And of course, you have to be there 2 hours before your flight is due to leave, because you never know how long it's going to take you to get through security. Security is the big thing these days, and by these days I mean the past 14 years. I mean, we had security before then, but it was a bit more bearable. It's just that before 2001, nobody realised why it might be a good idea to keep the door to the flight deck locked, and as a result, we're not allowed to take a bottle of water into the departure lounge. I don't think that's for security. I think that's so we spend all our money at the overpriced bar. You might be tempted to roll up later because, let's face it, who wants to sit for 2 hours in a departure lounge in order to get on an 11-hour flight? But they have a trick up their sleeve, because every once in a while they put on extra security. This once actually happened to my wife and me on her very first visit to Britain. They put extra security between the departure lounge and the gate. So even though we rushed to be at the airport 2 hours before departure, with my wife complaining all the way that this was completely unnecessary, we nearly missed the flight. Still, it might not be all that bad. I'm flying Lufthansa, so there's a good chance that there'll be a strike and I won't get to fly at all. Remember, you can always send me a postcard at this address. You can also find me elsewhere on the web. Visit Rewboss.com to find out how. And it's sent to me by N, and that's literally all it says.